If you need a new controller and you're like me, don't look any further. Until I got the Cyclones, I've been using an Xbox 360 wireless controller for more than 10 years. It was perfectly fine. I'm not an ultra competitive gamer, but I want decent gear for everyday use. The Xbox 360 controller eventually began to fall apart, so I searched for a replacement. Requirements were wireless, Hall sensor sticks and triggers, sturdy, dignified appearance. Yes, I factor in looks. This is why, for example, I skipped the Vader 3 Pro. It might have more features on paper, but it's atrociously ugly in my perception. So I reached out to Gamesir and they've sent me their T4 Cyclone and Cyclone Pro for review. As always, with no strings attached. They check all the boxes. Both are wireless via dongle or Bluetooth. The sticks and triggers use Hall sensors, which means they are more precise than standard Xbox controllers and won't start to drift after a while. Notably, the Cyclone's JH16 sensor modules are newer and better models than those of the most older Hall sensor controllers. The plastic isn't anything special but very sturdy, like the material the VKB Gladiator uses, for example. On the handles, the surface has a slightly rough texture. Both gamepads are unicolor except for the anthracite D-pad. The standard T4 Cyclone is white. Here are the differences. Membrane buttons instead of micro switches, switch button layout instead of Xbox, no trigger vibration, and it doesn't include the wireless dongle. Both have 6-axis motion controls and 2 programmable buttons on the back. In some reviews it was criticized that one could unintentionally press them, which I cannot verify, never happened to me. Since this review is from a PC player's perspective, I never bothered using the mobile config app for the controllers. There's no Windows app, which is a shame, so the controller's config has to be done completely via the M button in conjunction with other inputs. The supplied manual is as handy as a Steinway & Sons Model B, so I suggest you better download the PDF version. Luckily, there isn't a lot to configure and the programming of the buttons on the back is easy and done within a few seconds. I've been playing Hollow Knight, Elden Ring and Star Wars Squadrons, and I've done a complete playthrough of the Dead Space remake switching between both controllers. The precision of the sticks is awesome and the D-pad does a nice and snappy job as well. If you came from a controller with membrane buttons, you'll be completely fine with the Cyclone, although the Pro's micro switches have a very pleasant actuation point, which makes them more precise. Here's how they sound in comparison. Both controllers weigh around 218 grams, which is about 50 less compared to the 271 of the Xbox controller. I had no latency issues via Bluetooth or the dongle with both controllers. Pairing and connecting to different devices is done by pressing the pairing button together with X, Y, A or B on the controller. You can't pair 2 controllers with one dongle, each needs its own. Overall, I had a great experience and I got everything I ever wanted. So here's the Happy Heinz Award. Wait, no! The missing Windows application makes the configuration more tedious than it needs to be. The supplied cables are just 1 meter long, which I think is too short, and there's no way to dim the kinda bright main LED with the Gamesir logo on it. They also are missing trigger locks on the back, which would be a nice addition. Maybe the T5 Cyclones will get them, we'll see. Still, the controllers are awesome and perfect for me as my new daily drivers. They are unique because currently there is no competition offering this exact feature set, including the visual appearance, and I highly recommend them. Subscribe to the channel for more short but high quality gear reviews and lots of game tutorials on top. Thanks for stopping by and see you soon.